My name is Kakani Katija, and I'm a principal engineer in Mbari, and I'm excited to be able to present to you FathomNet, which is a project with a number of wonderful collaborators, including individuals at Mbari, Sea Vision AI, and the Ocean Discovery League. This project has been funded by a number of different groups, which includes the Packard Foundation, National Geographic Society, National Science Foundation, as well as NOAA and Mbari. In order to understand and characterize the underwater environment, researchers collect image and video data to catalog the geologic features and life that live there. Visual data like this video are incredibly rich resources, yielding information about substrate type, animal species, abundance, and relative distributions, which are important quantities for measurement. It is very time-consuming for one to analyze this visual data, and the community is asking whether artificial intelligence, or AI, can be used to automate and address our data challenges. And part of the reason why people are asking this question is that we're seeing examples of AI working on visual data like these terrestrial environments. And these videos are simply tantalizing. So how can we enable this capability on visual data that are collected in the ocean? And for this to happen, we need a lot of data. Data can be divided into two types: labeled, where we know everything that's in it, and unlabeled, where we don't know what's in it. Labeled data is used for training a machine learning algorithm, and once trained, it can be tested. If the trained model performs poorly during evaluation, more labeled data is used, and this process repeats itself. If the trained model performs well during evaluation, the model is then run on the unlabeled data, and presence and absence of objects or features are then inferred. But it's this process of inference that can enable automated processing of visual data. And our biggest bottleneck, though, is generating labeled data. So what is required to create labeled data? And here's an image of a currently unlabeled data set. To label it, we would have to classify and localize the object of interest, as well as all other objects in the frame. And you can imagine labeling data is incredibly difficult and time-consuming, so we need to find a way to leverage existing labeled data and share it broadly with the community. And this is why we created FathomNet. FathomNet is an open source image database containing labeled data that can be used to understand our ocean and its inhabitants. We beta launched the website, which can be found at www.fathomnet.org. And we did this last September in the hopes of getting word out to the community, but also get feedback on things we need to improve upon. FathomNet currently contains imagery of more than 1,000 underwater animals, with the goal of providing more than 1,000 images of labeled data or labeled imagery for more than 200,000 marine animals. FathomNet is also designed to be extensible, so as we have more animals that are discovered in our ocean, they can be added to the database. Our vision for FathomNet, though, is that it's not just a database, but an ecosystem of services and resources that anyone can use. The data can be accessed not only through our website, but also using an API. The website allows users to visually explore the data, so you can look at different images that correspond to specific classes using our search bar. You can also view metadata, which includes latitude and longitude of the observation, as well as depth and date of the observation, but metadata isn't limited to just those fields. And we also have a lightweight annotation tool to augment existing labeled data in FathomNet. We also have tutorials and how-tos that can be found on our Medium and YouTube channels. And for those using the FathomNet data, we also ask them to add their trained models to the FathomNet Model Zoo on our GitHub, so others can use these models to process their visual data. And with this ecosystem of resources that FathomNet provides, we can deploy algorithms that can automatically identify and localize animals in underwater visual data to speed up the analysis process. We're hoping to build a community around FathomNet, so please reach out if you have any questions or would like to join in the effort. And we're also having our first FathomNet workshop on March 31st and April 1st. So if you are a marine scientist, a computer scientist, a taxonomist, an educator, or even an enthusiast wanting to engage in ocean science, please register using the link below. Thank you so much.